What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today, lads, we are going to be talking about the top 10 shooting guards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. So, a decent position, and we're going to be looking at secondary and primary, just the best players to run at that position. And yeah, now let's get on to it. I'm going to try to keep this video as close to 8 minutes as possible. So, number 10, Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones is the lock-in for the Pink Diamond Idol set, and he was probably worth it if you got TJ Warren for 20k. The cheapest was not worth it if you paid the 100k that he cost on the first day, and I'm not quite sure what he costs right now. But 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, really good release. That Jared Allen, Bryn Forbes combo is really nice. Jordan dribble style, good size up, good escape. Decent player build, good on defense. He gets bumpy with that 91 on-ball steal tendency that he's always had, as well as the great stealing animations. Eddie Jones has always been that guy in 2K, ever since like the real old 2K days. Because Eddie Jones was always the guy who could dunk, play defense, and shoot, which is all you ever really needed in 2K. So like he's been good since like the 2K. He might have been good since 2K13, if we're being honest. As well as that, Eddie Jones was really good in 20. He was really good in 21 with that diamond. Don't really remember him from 22. Trying to think, was there an Eddie Jones card in 22? But again, this card is really good again. And also, Eddie Jones diamond was insanely good. Oh yeah, Eddie Jones not. Oh yeah. What am I talking about? This Hall of Fame interceptor Eddie Jones 91 was unbelievable, and this Eddie Jones is unbelievable. Yeah, Eddie Jones has always been unreal in 2K, and he's number 10. Number 9, we got PG. A guy that I've never actually used. So I'm ranking this based on what I'm pretty confident he's going to be. So he's basically the exact same as this PG, except his release goes from quick, I think, to very quick. And his release is iffy. It's not terrible, but it's iffy. I wish if they had just kept him with his old release, the like Cam Reddish type release, this card would be higher on this list. Speaking of Cam Reddish, he is definitely a debate for that number 10 position. Cam Reddish is so good in this game. But stats-wise and badges-wise, Paul George is perfect. He's also 6'9" with a good player build. So I can't keep him off the top 10 for that. But he is in the lower end of the top 10. At number 8, we have got Scottie Pippen. He's still God. His release is still one of the best catch and shoots in the game. He can still kind of dribble if you need him to. He's going to be one of the more longevity type players in this game. Scottie Pippen is legitimately still usable at the highest level in this game. And he will be usable near the highest level at the end of the year. Because we've seen 2K give, like, the best SIGs to players. And yeah, sure, like, T-Mac is better than Scottie. But, like, if you're not running through T-Mac, Scottie and T-Mac are similar. So, like, Scottie's already, like, an endgame tier, an endgame level cone. He kind of reminds me a little bit of that Opal Core or Dark Matter Kawhi from last year. And a guy from 2.5 months ago that you could still argue, if you just want him as a cone, is a top 4 shooting guard in this game. We got him in here at number 8. Number 7, we got Jimmy Butler. I think most people run a point guard. He's very similar to Scottie, except he's just better stats and badges wise. And I actually prefer Jimmy's release. The reason is just how difficult it is to contest. I think Jimmy's is pretty quick, really easy to time. It's just the hardest thing ever to contest. Contesting Jimmy Butler's release involves you switching on. It involves you manually switching on to players. And you don't, not like last year where you needed to like L1 contest Luka's release. You don't need to L1 contest Jimmy Butler's release, or say not L1 contest, left stick contest Jimmy Butler's release, thankfully. You don't really need to do that. You just need to manually switch on the players. But still, a lot of people just play hard off ball. And if someone's playing hard off ball, you're just shooting their face with Jimmy, and it's never going to be a contest. So he's in here at number 7. He could easily be higher. Number 6, we've got Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley is a pretty good shooter. He's just a cone though. Like Kemba Sizeup's alright. John Wall Escape's alright. I'm not good with either though, I'm not gonna lie. He's got Trey Leaner, which is huge. The Trey fade is a big part of this card, and they shrunk his wingspan. He used to have a 7'3" wingspan. I'm pretty confident he used to have a 7'3" wingspan, didn't he? Malik Beasley. Yeah. So they shrunk his wingspan by 3 inches, and they gave him a different base, but his base is pretty good. He is just a cone, though. I think he's just slightly better than Scottie. I think he's Scottie, but slightly upgraded. So he's going to be in here at number 6. At number 5, we've got Glenn Rice. And the Glenn versus Malik debate is a weird one because you could definitely argue Malik's better, or you could argue Glenn Rice better. They're different types of players. So what you're getting with Glenn Rice, though, is you're getting a pretty decent defender. I'm not going to say a good defender. You're getting a decent defender. Like, he has every single defensive badge other than Pick Dodger on gold, and it's not the most expensive thing to get Pick Dodger on 2 gold. Was a free card for just logging into the game, which is huge. But the big thing is just the way this guy moves. Like, Tray Escape, full space is, again, if you guys saw it yesterday, or not yesterday, earlier with my Luke Walton, what I said about Luke Walton, I think full space is one of the best bases in this game, period. I'm a really, really big fan of Markel full space. Tray Escape, normal leaner, the guy just has it. The guy, I don't know exactly what it is, the guy just has it. One of the best shot creating point guard or shooting guards in the game. And when he came out, was definitely the 3rd best shooting guard in the game, but now he's in here at number 5. Number 4, Terry. This might genuinely be the most, like, shocking position here. Because he's 6'7". He's got a 6'11" wingspan. Again, he's another one who had a 7'3" wingspan last year, but they made it smaller. He's got 95 3 ball, perfect stats, perfect badges. He's also got KPJ release, which is one of the best plays in the game. Mellow upper, which is okay. Stevie size up, Curry escape, normal leaner, Dame behind the back. He could dribble, he can do everything. He's the quickest release in the game for a guard. How is he number 4? Because the shooting guard is like the most stacked position in the game, which is why he's 4. That's it. Like, this card's unbelievable. His position is just stacked. And at number 3, we've got Ricky Davis. A lot of people are going to say that I'm crazy for saying this. I just prefer Ricky Davis. Like, look, Ricky Davis is perfect stats-wise. He's perfect badge-wise. Has less hops. And if you're looking at the release, I think Seth Curry, Oscar Robertson is one of the best releases in the game. I genuinely do. I prefer Mikal Bridges, Oscar Robertson on Wesley Person. But T-Max size up versus Stevie size up. Okay, cool. Stevie size up is better, but it's not like it's better by that much. I think Curry escape is a little bit better. But for me, the release difference with how much, like, as far as the shooting guards go, I prefer KPJ's release to T-Max release. So not KPJ's release to T-Max. I prefer Ricky Davis to T-Max release. But it's incredibly close. I think the Oscar upper is pretty much better than any base in the game. And Ricky Davis having that puts him at number 3. And number 2, we got Steve Smith. 6'8", 6'10" wingspan. Perfect stats and badges wise. He's missing like dime or floor general, but that doesn't matter. So most players have those badges in the game anyway at this stage. He's got LaMelo Ball release, Evan Fournier upper, which is a really, really good release, really quick. I just struggle with LaMelo Ball release in this game. I struggle to time it, especially when it's as quick as this. He's at the Tray fade, which is good. The Tray escape, the Kyle Lowry size up. So again, if you are a Pro-Am player, he's your guy. This is your guy. He's got front clutches. If you're a Pro-Am guard, and you want to create, he is your guy. Because his SIGs are more suited towards the Pro-Am players than the guy I have at number 1. And he is also 6'8". Even though, is he 6'8" on this card? No, he grew an inch. But so many players are shrinking an inch, but he just grew an inch. And number 1 is Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady's player build is just so big. He's got the best base in the game combined with the best upper in the game. I don't care that it's on quick. It's still one of the best releases in the game. It's in my top 5, I'd say. Tracy McGrady size up, which again is really good. Curry escape, which, while not the best as far as like from a quote unquote like, oh, comp level, we need these like park SIGs. Curry escape for somebody that's like a mid-tier, like if you're a low-tier player, you're never using a size up escape. But for somebody who's like a mid-tier player, the Curry escape is probably more effective because you can spam that front escape and just get a bad player crabbed. Normal leaner is really nice as well. He's also got the Dame behind the back. So honestly, he's a perfect shooting guard. He came out, I'd say he came out close to 2 months ago, and I said it the day that he came out. He was going to be the best shooting guard in the game until we either got a better Tracy McGrady, a better card with identical SIGs that was 6'8" shooting guard, and an out of position demigod, which we haven't seen yet, or endgame, because he literally is Stevie size up, and regardless of Trey escape or Curry escape, I don't think one's objectively better than the other. I prefer Curry, but like most people prefer Trey. His release on very quick, and Stevie Francis size up away from being an endgame card. That is how great T-Mac is. So he's obviously number one.